A Porsche, a teenager, a life tragically cut short. The recent accident in Pune where an underage driver crashed, killing an innocent bystander, has shaken the city. It's a stark reminder of the dangers of underage driving. We are horrified, we are angry, we demand answers. This isn't just about one reckless act, this is about a larger problem. This tragedy has ripped open a conversation. It forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about societal pressures, family dynamics, and the culture of risk that often surrounds young people. It's easy to point fingers at the teenager behind the wheel, but the issue runs deeper. We need to look beyond the individual and understand the context that breeds such recklessness. Underage driving isn't just about breaking the law, it's about a complex interplay of factors that push teenagers toward risky behavior. The need for excitement, the desire for acceptance, the illusion of invincibility, these are all part of the equation. Add to that the influence of peers, the pressure to fit in, and the lure of social media validation, and you have a potent cocktail for disaster. This isn't just a story about a fast car and a tragic end, it's a story about a society that needs to confront its own role in shaping the choices young people make. It's a story about the urgent need for a collective awakening, a shift in attitudes and a commitment to change. We can't afford to let another life be lost. We must act before another tragedy strikes. We often blame teenage recklessness on hormones, but it's more complicated than that. Hormones play a role, yes, but they don't tell the whole story. Teenagers are wired to take risks. It's part of growing up. It's how they learn and explore boundaries. But this innate drive for risk-taking can be amplified by external factors. The pressure to fit in can be immense. Social media fuels this pressure. It creates a world of constant comparison. Teenagers see their peers engaging in risky behavior. They feel the need to keep up. Family dynamics also play a crucial role. A lack of communication and clear boundaries can lead to a sense of freedom without responsibility. Teenagers need guidance. They need parents who are actively involved in their lives, who talk to them about the consequences of their actions. We cannot ignore the role of societal pressures. We live in a world that often glorifies risk-taking. We see it in movies, in music, in the stories we tell. This sends a message to young people. It tells them that pushing the limits is cool, that breaking the rules is acceptable. We need to change this narrative. The Pune tragedy isn't an isolated incident. Similar stories have played out across the world. In 2019, 6 teenagers died in a car crash in Ireland. The driver was underage and speeding. In the US, car accidents are the leading cause of death for teenagers. Many of these accidents involve underage drivers. These tragedies highlight a global problem. Underage driving is a threat to public safety. It puts everyone at risk, the young drivers, their passengers, and innocent bystanders. It's a problem that demands our attention. These tragedies also raise questions about the effectiveness of our laws and enforcement mechanisms. Are we doing enough to deter underage driving? Are the penalties severe enough? Are we providing young people with the education and support they need to make responsible choices? The answer is often no. We need stricter laws, we need better enforcement, we need comprehensive education programs that address not just the legal aspects of driving, but also the social and emotional factors that contribute to risky behavior. Families are the first line of defense against underage driving. Parents have a crucial role to play. They need to set clear boundaries and communicate openly with their children about the dangers of driving before they are of legal age. This isn't just about saying no, it's about explaining why. Parents need to be role models. They need to demonstrate responsible driving behavior. They need to show their children that safety comes first. Actions speak louder than words. Teenagers are more likely to follow their parents' example than their lectures. But it's not just about parents. The entire family ecosystem plays a role. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, older siblings, they can all contribute to creating a culture of responsibility. They can reinforce the message that driving is a privilege, not a right, and that it comes with serious responsibilities. Families need to work together to ensure that teenagers understand the potential consequences of their actions. They need to create a space where teenagers feel comfortable talking about the pressures they face, the temptations they encounter, and the choices they have to make. Laws are essential, but they are not enough. We need a broader societal shift to effectively address the issue of underage driving. We need to create a culture that values responsibility and prioritizes safety. This requires a collective effort. Schools can play a vital role. They can incorporate driver's education programs that go beyond the technical aspects of driving. These programs should address the social and emotional factors that influence teenage behavior. They should teach young people about risk perception, decision-making, and the importance of resisting peer pressure. Community organizations can also contribute. They can organize awareness campaigns, workshops, and support groups that engage young people and their families. They can create platforms for dialogue and provide resources that empower teenagers to make responsible choices. The media has a responsibility to portray driving responsibly. It should avoid glamorizing reckless behavior and instead highlight the real-life consequences of dangerous driving. It should promote positive role models and showcase stories of young people who are making safe and responsible choices. The Pune Porsche tragedy is a wake-up call. It's a stark reminder that underage driving is a serious problem with potentially devastating consequences. We cannot afford to be complacent. We need to act now to prevent the next headline. This isn't about blame, it's about taking responsibility. It's about acknowledging that we all have a role to play in creating a safer environment for our young people. It's about working together to ensure that no more lives are lost due to preventable tragedies. We need to remember that teenagers are not just statistics. They are individuals with dreams, aspirations, and a whole future ahead of them. We owe it to them to provide the guidance, support, and environment they need to make responsible choices and navigate the road to adulthood safely. Let the Pune tragedy be a catalyst for change. Let it spark a movement that prioritizes safety, promotes responsibility, and empowers young people to make choices that protect their lives and the lives of others. The time to act is now.